YouTube, LJ Draco here. So yes, so as you can see, this is going to be a rage review based on Beyond Skyline, right here. This will be the only image you'll see throughout the entire review, just because YouTube's silly copyright striking for images and video clips used for longer than 10 seconds anymore. So, there you go. So I was going to do like a full in-depth review on the cast, the story, my thoughts, but I can't. So it's just going to be a very quick recap of the movie, and then my personal opinions, and then my verdict. So anyway, so just in case no one has seen the first Skyline movie, I do recommend you do not watch this video. Because in order to explain the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie, it involves talking about the first Skyline. So if you haven't seen that, just click off this video. But if you have seen Skyline, then let's talk about it. So this is set roughly, I'd say at least an hour before the first events of Skyline. But the movie starts off with a woman on a gurney explaining the future events of the movie. Then we see this drunken police officer drinking in his Jeep, then making his way into the station to find out that his son, who's this kind of, you know, bad boy kind of thing, he's been in trouble with the police quite a lot, you know, and his dad's like, well, just lock him up, and his best friend says we can't, because this is his third offence. If we put him in for overnight, he'll be there for a lot longer. Just take him home. It's the last time I can help you out. You know, then his son finds out he's been drinking in the car. So his son gets out and walks away and gives this homeless man called Sarge a couple of dollars. Walks into the train station. You know, his dad's following him because then he found that the car won't start. They're both now on the train. They're now having a laugh about the boy getting into a fight and stuff, and then that's when it starts tying in with the first alien invasion from the first Skyline movie. You know, there's all the blue lights, people being sucked up looking into the lights and everything like that. And then from that point on is where the movie kind of begins into its own story. So that's just a quick recap of the movie. Now my personal thoughts. I'm not going to explain too much. I will, for people who've seen the movie, or for people who haven't seen the first Skyline but just want to know, we do get a form of a cameo from the first people. Is it what we wanted and is it what we expected? No. Did it make the movie any better? Hell no. My personal thoughts on this movie was waiting 7 to 8 years for a sequel. The first one should have just stayed on its own. Let the people want the sequel but never give it, because to be honest, I was really disappointed and let down by this movie. It had some good scenes, but the movie wasn't interesting. It wasn't gripping. It had nothing on the first one. I am really angry more than happy, because like I said, you know, when you wait so long for a sequel and you finally get it, you'd think it's going to have a little bit to it, you know. But the characters were dull. The story was dull. The way they introduced the original characters and what they did with the original characters was outrageously offensive more than annoying. The way the story ended was also outrageously offensive and annoying. And how much it tried to be like the first one as well. Plus, one of the main things that I know a lot of people, if you love the original Skyline, is going to annoy you, is this movie is based on using at least half an hour's worth of footage from the first movie in different separate pieces, just to save itself having to write an extra half an hour on its script. So, yeah. My personal preference is this movie was a big pile of shit, basically. Me and Alice both watched this together. I was going to ask her if she wanted to do this review with me, but the point was she didn't even want to know if she even watched the movie, let alone want to talk about it afterwards. To the point where I'm actually selling it now. I'm getting rid of it. I don't want it in my house. I don't want it near me. I don't even want it dirtying up the first one. You know, it's disgusting illness of ruining a movie. I don't want it anywhere near my collection. So I'm laughing because Alice is laughing off camera. But it's true, it was the most horriblest thing I've seen. And to start off January with me watching a new movie that I hadn't seen, starting with a sequel I've waited so long for, You know, all this movie has made me think is, please don't fuck Incredibles 2. Please don't fuck Incredibles 2. You know, it's been like, what, 13 to 14 years? We've waited for a sequel, and now we're finally getting one. Please don't do to Incredibles what Skyline has done to its predecessor. Beyond Skyline is absolutely crap. So, for its verdict, the poster's come back up again. Here it is, being an annoying piece of shit following me everywhere. The verdict is obviously going to be a D-. Now, also, just to let you guys know, my movie reviews, regardless of what movie review I do, whether it's a 3D, Blu-ray review, any movie review, if I give it a positive or a negative, it doesn't mean I'm telling you to not go and buy it yourself or not go and watch it. I'm letting you guys know what I personally felt about it. So I do not recommend. I still recommend that if people want to go and see the movie, I don't recommend buying it. Honestly, I recommend either watching it online or borrowing it from someone. But if you really want to watch it and you're a fan of the first one, you want to have your own thoughts, then go and watch it, because maybe you'll find something good about it. But personally, for me, I got so angry watching it, and I was really to the point where I was going to turn it off and not bother. But Alice said, might as well go through it. If I'm going to do a review, might as well watch the whole movie and get it out of the way. And I did, and I wish I hadn't listened, but I did. And now it's in my brain forever. It let me down a lot. And I feel more betrayed by the movie. And things like this make me really hate watching the first one again, because you kind of watch the first one and you just go, you're like, well, the second one made you look worse now. I used to enjoy you, but the second one made you look terrible. But to be honest, I can still watch Skyline. I love that movie. It's fascinating. It's interesting. The characters and the story was amazing. So I can watch that one again. But no, Beyond Skyline is definitely a fail. So that's it. So that's the end of this review. I'm sorry it wasn't long, but I try not to do these reviews for too long. But to be honest, I am getting new setup stuff and a new way of recording videos. Hopefully a new way of doing reviews where I can be a little bit more in depth and take a bit more time on not only the story but the characters, the actors and everything else, But that is the end of this video for now. Now, if you enjoyed this video and previous videos, don't forget to strike the like for future videos. And if you're new to my channel and only seen a couple of my videos, click that subscribe button down below just here. Anyway, take care, you wonderful, wonderful people. And I shall see you next time.